And they are appreciating equipment. We buy equipment for $50 and sell them for $400. That's the kind of equipment I like. And it fully honors and respects the pigness of the pig. And see, that's a question that escapes our Greco-Roman, Western, linear, reductionist, compartmentalized, fragmentized, systematized, democratized, individualized, parts-oriented culture, in which we view life through a lens of mechanics instead of viewing life through a lens of biology. And those two divergent schools of thought, the school of thought that Justus von Liebig brought to the world in 1837 with his vacuum tubes, and he said, all life is just reconfigurations of N, P, and K, was dramatically opposed by the Romantic poets. You know, who has ever seen a poem as lovely as a tree, you know? And then it was codified by Aldo Leopold, John Muir, Audubon, and the founders of what we know today as the modern environmental movement. And so these divergent schools of thought, one views life primarily through the lens of it's just a mechanical thing. The other views it through a lens of, no, it has a sacredness just inherently because it's life, and life is more than mechanics. Just like you are more than if I took you and dissected you on a lab table and say, here, come and meet Tom. Here's his liver, here's his lungs, here's his heart, here's his feet, here's Tom. Tom is way more than that, right? And so our culture doesn't ask, how do we respect and honor the pigness of the pig? It just asks, how can we grow this pile of inanimate protoplasmic structure more, faster, bigger, cheaper? Who cares about the pigness of the pig? And a culture that refuses to ask that question is a culture that will soon denigrate and disrespect the Tomness of Tom and the merriness of the merry. It is how we respect and honor the least of these that creates an ethical moral framework on which we respect and honor the greatest of these. And so this environment fully respects and honors the pig with a habitat that allows the pig not to just be pork chops and bacon and ham, but to become a co-laborer, a team player, a fellow conspirator in this land-healing ministry. See? And that completely changes the spiritual, emotional, and relational link, see, that we have with the farm, with the land, with the earthworms, with the carbon, with the solar energy, with all of this under our stewardship. So, the pigs convert this to aerobic compost. They've done all the work, and the beauty of this is that it's size neutral. The reason most farms have had to get big to be efficient is because when everything is mechanical, mechanical processes tend to be more efficient, with more volume. I mean, it's cheaper to move dirt with a 3 cubic yard front-end loader than a 1 cubic yard front-end loader. This is the big conundrum of farmers markets, where the average farmers market, the vendor's going in, only 40 miles, but taking only 300 pounds of stuff, compared to Jolly Green Giant, that even though they're moving stuff 1,500 miles, they're taking 45,000 pounds of it at a time, and so the transport carbon footprint is actually less on Jolly Green Giant than it is at a farmer's market. And so when we're in the materials handling business, and we're doing everything mechanically, scale becomes very important. But when we let animals do the work, suddenly it becomes size neutral in profitability because scale goes out the window because we're not having to recapitalize the infrastructure that rots, rusts, and depreciates. All right? There's a lot of big strings there, but you guys are smart. You'll sort it out. Okay? All right. And so then when the pigs are done composting, and this is all a wonderful aerobic compost, we go that on the manure spreader, take it out in the fields, and that then feeds the soil microbes that have now woken up in the spring, and they're saying, feed me, I'm hungry. And we feed them when they can ingest all of this, a very stable, digested material that they can then metabolize, proliferate, and become more efficient at converting more solar energy into biomass to make more hay, to feed more cows, to make more manure, to make more compost, to make more... Are you with me? All right. So that's how this works. Questions?